Hello. My screen is crooked. I finally found a way to set up my computer on my bed so I can actually be comfortable. It's like the most impossible thing lately is to get comfortable. I've been sitting at my table in there and it's just like definitely not. I feel like everything is scrunched down together. Okay. Today's actually Tuesday, so I can say happy Tuesday now, unlike yesterday. My computer is lagging, sorry. Okay, so I was out walking Timmy this morning and I had an idea that I think a lot of you, God, my computer is lagging so bad. I might have to restart this. If you guys are live, say hi. If you're watching the replay, let me know. Let me grab my phone just to make sure this thing is actually working right now. Okay. It is working. So yeah, something that occurred to me last week. It had to have been last week. Um, yeah, because that's when my new program with Mandy started. So it was definitely last week. But anyway, something that occurred to me was how little I've been giving myself permission to do what actually made me feel good physically. Um, I do a lot of stuff on the back end, like things that people don't see, like here at home that I do to make me feel good, like on the mental and emotional side and whatnot. But like on the physical side of things, it was um, definitely lacking. So that hit me last week, thanks to Miss Mandy. And I honestly think that that is a big reason why I created Inhale. It was because I saw that there was an area of my life where I just needed to really step it up and take responsibility for myself, and something was just missing that I couldn't necessarily put my finger on at the time, but I knew what it was revolving around. It definitely revolved around doing so much stuff for everybody else and not giving yourself what you truly need, or giving myself what I truly needed. So again, thanks to my lovely mentor, Miss Mandy Perry, she kind of slapped me in the face with it in a very loving way, that I've been putting off taking care of multiple things in my personal life on the back end, basically just because I could, and that I was kind of expecting them to just fall into place while I kind of like la-di-da'd my way around working in and on my business and, creating basically the life that I want on this side of things. So I'm really grateful that I had that experience. And I'm also really happy that I was able to actually tune in and still create the Inhale experience for you guys, because it is so, like, now that I have been able to step back and see where I was giving myself excuses and how I've been pouring myself into all this other stuff, I was basically just creating situations and scenarios where I would be too busy to actually do what I needed. Sorry, incoming call. To actually do what I needed on the back end for me. Okay, I was just doing all this extra busy bullshit stuff, basically just to make it look like I was busy and tell myself I didn't have time to do it. So, like, what was I putting off? Well, as you've heard me say before, your external environment is definitely a reflection of your internal environment and what is going on there. So if you feel like you're a hot mess on the inside, look around your house. If it's a hot mess, it's probably because you feel like a hot mess on the inside. So my house was definitely a hot mess. And I've been using the excuse that I didn't have time because I had to go to work, or I had to do this, and I had all this other stuff to do. So yeah, I cleaned my fucking house, and now it feels great. feels wonderful. Now she's keeping it that way, right? So if I knew what kind of external space or what kind of environment would make me feel like I was thriving and make me feel more creative, why would I just not create that for myself? You know, it was totally within my control and something that I could do that I didn't have to rely on somebody else for. But I wasn't doing it because I wasn't giving myself permission to have that, because in a sense, it was kind of like I didn't deserve to have that. And then the other thing that I was doing, there was 3 top things that I was not doing here. So number 1 was keeping my environment clean. Specifically, sorry, I'm still losing my voice. Specifically, like my work area. Our kitchen is still kind of a disaster, but that is a work in progress. But like my work area, because I kind of tend to move around a lot right now since I can't get comfortable anywhere. So my dining room has kind of been that area. Yeah, and it just wasn't conducive to me being creative and in the moment. So I took care of that. And then the other area was me not eating as well as what I had been before I found out I was pregnant. And I feel like this is a very common misconception that women have, or that everybody has really, is that when you're pregnant, you get to eat like shit because you're eating for 2 and you get to have whatever you want. No, it does not give you permission to do that. But I had found that, you know, sometimes once or twice a day, maybe even more, I was telling myself, oh, I get to do that now. Like, I can have that. That's my craving, right? So that's what I was doing. It's like, that's really not true. It's not like I really am eating for 2. I wasn't doing that, but it was like, well, I kind of want this before I go to bed, or, well, you know, it's a milkshake. Dairy makes me feel like shit anytime, and I know that. So why am I eating it? I don't know. Because I was giving myself I was making up the excuse that that's what I could do, right? So why would I do that if I am fully aware how it's going to make me feel in the long run? It's like, what do I need right now to make myself feel good? Like, what do I actually need to do that? You know, the reason I was reaching for that is because it wasn't a way to basically numb out from doing the stuff in my daily personal life that I kept putting on the back burner. It's like I was taking care of so much stuff within my business that I wasn't tending to my actual life. And all these little things that seem so, but they have such a huge impact in how you feel throughout your entire day. It's like, why not do something that's going to make you feel, that's going to make you feel good so that you can do better? And then lastly, the last thing I really wasn't doing was I wasn't exercising. And the reason was, back in May, when I was starting to run a lot more, and I was working out at home, I was like 16 or 17 weeks pregnant, and I had fell twice in one day, and I was like, obviously I'm not meant to work out while I'm pregnant this time around. So I was like, constantly just using that excuse, well, I'm going to get hurt. Like, what if this happened? What if I fell? What if blah, 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 blah. My mind would always go to the worst case scenario possible, just so I could feel better about not doing the thing that would make me feel better, right? And this was one thing that really bothered me every single day. And I'm so glad that last week I really just said, fuck it, and I started working out. So now I've been working out consistently. I think today's day 5. Yeah, I think today's day 5. It's so crazy. It's just like one little thing. You know, I would feel, before this, I would feel so much guilt and shame for not making myself move, or not even making myself, like not making the time to get myself to do it is really what it was. You know, I would just, like I said, I would imagine that worst case scenario, and that is the story that I kept hitting replay on, and I would just tell myself that over and over again. Well, what if this happened? What if that happened? It's like, I know that's just a story I'm making up just so I don't have to go do anything uncomfortable. Like, I fucking know that. Why am I doing it? Well, because it's easier than doing the damn thing. That's why. So of course I didn't want to, you know, take that risk of falling and hurting myself, right? Even though I knew how to work out effectively and efficiently, even while pregnant. It's like, see how many things pregnancy gets in the way of? It's an excuse right there. So now all of those things are on my daily must-dos. I actually went through, made a list of all the things that are non-negotiable in my day every single day. So now, you know, I am going to work out for at least 10 minutes every day. Every day. It is non-negotiable now. I'm going to keep my space clean, right? I'm going to eat foods that make me feel good. I know what they are. It's not fucking rocket science. We all know what foods make us feel good and feel like energized and ready to go and like we got this. We all know. You don't need somebody to tell you that stuff, right? Other things that are on my list, you might like this. Brushing my teeth. Yes, that is on my list. Now that I'm not going to work and I'm home, it's amazing the things that you don't think about doing. Like yesterday, I didn't even know what fucking day it was, right? Because I'm not required to go anywhere. So of course, brushing my teeth is something that's obviously going to make me feel good. Doing something with my hair, like I actually kind of did my hair yesterday and it still looks halfway decent today. You know, changing my fucking clothes so I'm not just walking around in my pajamas all day. Yeah, sweatpants are a step up. Yeah, they're still comfy, but it is a step up. I did change, right? So my question for you is this: where in your life are you feeling so contracted and stressed out that you're not giving yourself what you know you need because it just feels like it's one more thing to add to your to-do list? You know, we all have those things, like me, like the eating, the exercising, cleaning my fucking house, brushing my fucking teeth, you know, things like that. You know, so where in your life are you not giving yourself permission to do those little things that you know would make all the difference in the world? I would really love to know. Write it in the comments. You know, and if it's anything similar to what was weighing me down, then I know that you're really going to resonate with this next, well, my next thought. Which is women or men who, basically anybody, who takes the time to inhale and give themselves that permission and give themselves what they need. It's because they have given themselves permission to look after their body and mind, and they give themselves permission to fully take care of themselves and to fully own that that is their responsibility and their responsibility alone, right? So they know that while they might have amazing friends or family around or coworkers or peers or support team, you know, that in the end, it really is, it comes down to that there is no guarantee that anybody else is going to look out for you. You know, you might do all this extra stuff for other people in your life, and there might be a day where you need something from somebody and you actually need help with something, and they might not show up, so it is on you, right? So that's why the people who give themselves permission to put themselves first and to inhale for themselves before anybody else, it's because they make sure that they're doing what is required for them to feel their best so that they can be on their A game to get everything else done in their day. You know, that's why I'm always saying it is so important to do what's required for you to feel good so that you can do good, because if you're not feeling good, how the hell are you going to show up for anybody else? Like if I wasn't doing what made me feel good, then of course it made sense that I was tired all the time. Of course it made sense I felt run down and like I couldn't show up in my business like 100% on it like I can now, because I'm actually giving myself what I need now. Does that make sense? And you know, this can be as basic as making sure you do eat the things that make you feel good. Like I said, you don't need a rocket scientist to figure out. You don't have to be that kind of person to figure out what makes you feel good. Just ask yourself, tune in. You know, it's going to be as little as just moving your body a little bit, or maybe something as simple as brushing your damn teeth. Who knows? Who knows what that could be for you? So if you're waiting for some outside source or like for some freaking like superhero to come down and like swoop you up and to fix you and the like you not doing that stuff, you know, that is not a realistic place to stay. That's not a realistic expectation to have, I guess, because quite frankly, if you're waiting for somebody else to come in and do all the things for yourself that you need to do for you, then you're going to be waiting an entire lifetime, right? That's just like expecting other people to change. You can't, people are not going to change. You can't force other people to change. And the women who are really smart, they give themselves permission to have what they need to feel good. That is like bottom line, end of story. They give themselves what they need and they know what those things are. You know, and those are the people who set the example and know that their choices and actions speak volumes because they know that there are other people watching them. And this is actually the thought I started talking about this earlier when I was walking Timmy this morning, my dog, Timothy Wayne. That was my workout for the day. I actually went for a walk. It was really good. So yeah, my thought this morning was, why would I not give you guys the best of both worlds, right? So I was thinking about it, it's like, how could I reward you guys for being decisive and taking action right now? Because I know you guys know what to do. It's just getting your ass in gear and doing it, right? So my thought was, what if I just give the first 10 people who enroll in Inhale access to my 10-day happy and healthy program? That would make so much sense. And it'd be so fucking fun to be able to do that. Like, oh, like that just makes me so fucking happy thinking about it, that I can just give that stuff away. That's where I'm at now. I can just give things away like that. That's pretty awesome. So I love this. Like, I love the entire idea of this. It really is the best of both worlds. You have the Inhale program, which starts October 15th, so a week from today. That's a weekly deep immersion program. And then you have that combined with the 10-day experience program, which I just dropped in day 6 yesterday, and it's all there and recorded for life. So it's really gonna, I don't know. I'm so excited to be able to do that. Like, that hit me this morning. I was like, oh my God, that'd be so great. Why not do that? So yeah, you have the Inhale experience, and then leading up to the Inhale experience, you have the 10-day program, right? Which is all about getting super crystal clear on what makes you happy on your terms, what makes you feel good on your terms, you know, and then we go even deeper inside of that within Inhale, and we take it to a whole nother level because you did the work coming into the program through the 10-day program, right? And it's not like you have to do all of it. I have it set up where you can pick and choose what you need, and then you just kind of go and make it work for you. That's what this is all about. How can you make this work for you? So I'm really excited about this. Like I said, this is going to be for the first 10 people who enroll in Inhale. Let me drop that link for you here. There you go. And then, yeah, like, I don't know. I'm really excited about this. If this really is something, if what I've talked about today really hit a nerve with you, or anything yesterday too, really, feel free to share that with your people, because I know that there are so many people out there who need this kind of support in their life, and they're just afraid to step up and ask it, and surround themselves with people who will support them in life where they're at, right? You know, it's different to go into a group experience where you are all there just doing life together versus going in somewhere and feeling like you have to constantly give back to other people. This is not about that. This is about showing up in a community where you're just there doing life together. You're not expected to show up and save anybody. Like, you're not expected to do anything but take care of you in there. So yeah, I'm really excited about this. So again, first 10 people who enroll in Inhale will get into the Happy and Healthy program. It's for free. That is my gift to you guys who, you know, it's my reward for those who are willing to raise their hand and be a hell yes to giving themselves permission for what they know they want and need, instead of sitting back on the sidelines just waiting. I don't know what you're waiting for. I really don't. So yeah, this is my reward for those of you who are willing to show up and back yourself, basically. This program is normally $197 alone, the one I'm gifting you. It's easily worth 2 to 3 times that amount, and I'm just going to give it to you guys when you come into Inhale, okay? So if you have any questions about that or how it works, let me know. if you are ready to take a complete advantage of that, get your ass in the group. I dropped the link so you can go over there and enroll, and then there are instructions there on what to do next. I think that was it for the day. I think that was it. That was it. All right, you guys have an awesome Tuesday, and I will see you guys tomorrow.